In today's session, we will be seeing about how to convert one flip-flop to the another. In the last class, we have seen the working of your master slave flip-flop and how it was able to overcome the race around condition, right? So, now first of all, I am going to realize a D flip-flop using SR flip-flop. So, the given flip-flop is going to be the SR flip-flop, which I am going to convert into D flip-flop. So, generally you know the procedure how to convert the SR flip-flop to D flip-flop. Just what you will do, if I am going to have the inputs, if I am going to go put a NOT gate and give it, then it will act as a D flip-flop, which you have seen already. Now, let us see the procedure of it. Okay, now what you have to do, whatever is the flip-flop which has to be done with, okay, so that flip-flop, D flip-flop, you are going to realize, so that you are going to write it at the input side, and whatever is the given flip-flop, that you are going to write it on the output side. Okay, now here also what you are going to do, whenever I am going to write the present state input, if I am going to compute the next state, then this is your characteristic table. So, write the characteristic table for the flip-flop which we are going to realize. On the right hand side, write the excitation table of the given flip-flop. That is, the flip-flop which is already existing is your RS flip-flop, for which I am writing the excitation table. Okay, on the left hand side you have the flip-flop, that is the required flip-flop which has to be realized from this given flip-flop. Okay, for which I am writing the characteristic table. So, once you, in case of your D flip-flop, whatever is the present state, the same thing is going to be realized as your next state. Now, whenever I want to write the excitation, what is the excitation table? When my present state and next state is given, if I am going to compute my inputs, what is the transition which is going to cause the change from my present state to next state is gives you your excitation table. Right. So, when my 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So, when my present state and next state are given, what is my inputs? It is 0x, 1, 0, 0, 1, x 0. You write it and fill it. Okay. So, write the characteristic table of the required flip-flop on the left hand side and the excitation table of the given flip-flop on the right hand side. Once this is done with, plot the K-map and draw the logic diagram. That's all. Okay. So, here whenever I am going to write the inputs 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So, what is the input? 0, 1, 2, 3. So, what is this equation? It is summation M1 plus 3 don't care. So, 1 and 3. In one place I have the output 1 and 3 I have the don't care. Similarly, whenever I am going to go in for this, what is the value? It is 0, 1, 2, 3. So, what will be the value here? It is 1 is don't care and 2 is 1. So, once this is done with, plot the K-map expression. Go for a 2-cell grouping. What will be the expression for this? It lies in this particular row 0, 1, it is not matching. So, the value is D. S is equal to D. Now, what is my R? R is nothing but 0, 1 is not matching. It is D bar. Okay. So, in the outline you draw, because the given flip-flop is RS flip-flop, Q bar is given. Now, the thing is that this flip-flop has to be converted to D flip-flop. So, what is your S? S is D. What is your R? R is nothing but D bar. Okay. Thus, this RS flip-flop is converted to D flip-flop. We know generally how it is the procedure, but what is the exact standard procedure to convert it? To convert your SR flip-flop to D flip-flop is analyzed with. Now, we will see one more flip-flop also, that is how you have to realize your T flip-flop using D flip-flop. So, what is your D flip-flop? Write your D flip-flop and your excitation table on the right hand side. Whereas, what is your required flip-flop is your T flip-flop. So, given the present state, your input, you are going to compute your next state, which is going to be written on the left hand side. Okay, once this is framed, what is the 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So, what is in case of my T flip-flop? So, when the inputs are same, you will retain the same output, but whenever you are going to give a toggle condition, it will change. When this is 0, okay, you know the next state how to write. So, for this T flip-flop, so 0, 1, 0, 1 is there. What will be the next state? 0, 1, 1, 0, because if I am going to give the 0 as input, 1 will change. 1 means 0. So, this we have seen already, right? Now, we will go and write the inputs. How to write the inputs for 0, 0? The excitation table is 0. For 0, 1, it is 1. The next condition is 1, 0. So it is coming down 1, 0. So 1, 0, it is 0, and 1, 1, it is 1. So taking the present state and the next state, if I am going to compute the excitation table, for what present state to next state transition cost, what should be the inputs. So now based on this, compute the K-map. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So in this place of 1 and 2, you have your output, right? So now what you have to do? So here there is no possibility of 4 cell or 2 cell grouping. So always go in for a single cell grouping here. So what will be the expression for this? The first one, it lies in Q. Here it lies in this format. So it is Qn bar into T plus this is Qn into T bar. Now what is this expression represents? A B bar, A, this is T. A B bar plus A bar B. Okay, so what does it infer from this? It is a, you are going to use a XOR gate. Now what you have to take? Q, if I am going to, or I can draw like this, T, this is Q. If I am going to put a XOR gate, then the D flip-flop is been realized as a T flip-flop. Okay, because this is nothing but T XOR Q. So take the input from Q and one more input is T, give a XOR gate, thus your D flip-flop is realized. Thank you. In the next class, we will see the classification of the synchronous sequential circuits. Thank you.